Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mixon. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check.
Go Bandit.
Now Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
29. Hey, Charlie. 29. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day.
Sugar.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
20, set, 53!
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, Bolt 66.
Check 26. Check.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
And now they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll drop the throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring it down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No, 66.
36.
Easy.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check it.
24 is the mic. 3 bud. Check 43.
Check it, reload.
Throwing now is Brady. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ringo. Hey, tight.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Safety creep. Check 31. Motion.
Check it. 380, hit. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Courtland Sutton, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mixon will try the right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Down. 60 yards. Here we go. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line. Yeah,
I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Hey, 66. Smooth.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
You got 4. Hey, Alpha. You got 4. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Sponge, sponge. Alert. No.
Check 24, check 24.
Alpha.
Watch twist.
380, hey.
From his end zone, it's Brady on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taking it about the 36. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brady now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st down, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Goal 50. Hey, high 7.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. This is the tight end Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Wait, set. 53. Good track. Good track. Shadow. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Rip right. Rip right. Buzz. Mike 50, Mike 50. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down. Check 50. Greystone, Travis.
Alert! Hey, Echo! Check 49, check 49!
Kill, 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 kill. Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Bravo! White 28! Alert!
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Demarcus Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Foster in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Check that. Hey, 66.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Alert.
Right. Check the backer, check the backer. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Shadow.
Throwing on second and 8. Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch, switch, switch.
Now it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Hey, zoom. Hey, second.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
I got 87. That's me, boy.
Hey, wahoo.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Ball 50.
Brady going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos push further out in front. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Alabama.
Check 13. Check 13.
Regular.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Go Bandit.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, exit.
Baby, that's baby shot. Switch. Say.
When he hits.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, Charlie!
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 45.
Back to throw here. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, go. Motion.
Wide, get wide. Shoot.
Let's go on. No, 66. Go Bandit.
From the gun, Brady. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Hey, Haywood.
Hold the loop.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Wait, that wide 20.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, 4 down.
72. Hey, seam 6.
Motion. Tight dog. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, 66.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking left sideline. It's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Hey, check my 50. Hey, Alabama.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Michael Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go. Hey, alert 3. Kill. He's coming.
72. Check it, reload.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm coming back.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag at Tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike 29. It's our time. It's our time.
Check. Shift. Watch twist.
Shift.
Operating from the gun, Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 9-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. 2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, box truck.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Robert Foster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Don't go this way.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
I got it. 45 to the line. 45.
Hey, let go.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Now.
Back to throw. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
You draw portion.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
90 Wolf.
They'll go with a keeper. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Ready,
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Here's a run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Check 43. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way to the opposite 48. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And to the surprise of exactly nobody that watched this game, it was the 40-something-year-old Tom Brady again that led the way.
And do you get the sense that if we're fortunate enough to be around, you might be saying, and to the surprise of no one, it was a 50-something-year-old Tom Brady who led his team to victory.
If he is still playing at 50, that's the greatest accomplishment in the history of sports.
I believe that if he decided to still play into his 50s, he would still be effective in the league. That's how good he is.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here,
know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch out flip, watch I will.